Hey, try not to suck any dick on the way through the parking lot.
Oh, no guarantees, my friend. No guarantees. Oh, wait. Hey. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I think for some of you, you probably could have uttered those words last night. Maybe those words were uttered at you. I don't know. I don't know how you flow. Happy New Year, guys. It's been so long. I haven't seen you since last year. Oh, golly. My son has used that joke in some sense maybe about 10 times since I taught him that stupid joke. It's one of those things where as a father, I know officially I failed, at least in one aspect. I taught him a horrible, dumb joke. I started saying it next year, or I said it yesterday on New Year's Eve. I said, how many times do you think people are going to say this to us? And then I said, I'll see you next year. And then, of course, my son has to use it over and over, and he just kills the joke. It's not even a good joke to start with. Then what did he say this morning? Boy, I haven't seen you guys since last year. Yeah, you haven't. You haven't. But anyway, going back to sucking dick in parking lot. That is a great movie quote from the movie Clerks.
Hey, try not to suck any dick on the way through the parking lot.
Because he found out that his girlfriend sucked 43 dicks. And then some other guy comes up and he's like, in a row? And then they broke up. It was awesome. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Hopefully you didn't get crazy last night for New Year's Eve. I didn't. I did stay up till midnight because my son wanted to. He's just one of those guys that can stay up late. He can. I'm fine with it, but I ended up I went to bed at, say, 12:30, woke up at 6, then went back to bed. Fed the animals, then went back to bed. I'm not a huge night owl, but whatever. It's not that bad. Fucking people shooting off fireworks. I can't stand that shit. It drives me nuts. And neither can my dogs. Sorry. It just bugs me. Yes, I get it. It's New Year. Set them off right at 12. How about that? And then, you know what? Move on. Move on. Don't need them to be every now and then, like every 2 minutes, all of a sudden, phew, pop. Like, how fun is that? That's dumb. I don't understand what gets you going. It just drives me nuts. Drives me nuts, I swear to God, man. Oh my goodness. Hey, a lot going on in today's show. Can't wait to jump into it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening or watching. And remember, today's show is brought to you by Bet Online. Bet Online continues to be the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. They got the earliest odds. They got in-game live betting. Bet Online provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. Now, they got the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, college basketball, NHL, even UFC. Head to betonline.ag today. Don't forget to use promo code BLEAV. That's BLEAV for your, I said that funny, V, for your welcome bonus on your first deposit. Sorry, it sounded like I needed to fire this off for a second.
Warning, orgasm alert. Warning, orgasm alert.
Bet online. Who knows? Maybe if you win big, you'll pop in your pants. I don't know. Bet Online, the game starts here. I'm going to get a phone call, maybe a strongly worded email after that endorsement. But anyway, anywho, you know what we need to do right now? Good times. I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody that's listening. Not really. You know what? Let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
We've heard rumblings around here in the United States. I know there's some places in the UK area that are doing this, the 4-day work week. And there's a lot of reason for it. A lot of it is, especially here in the U.S., everybody just works until you're dead. And then you realize on your deathbed that you're like, I was a horrible father, mother, whatever. I worked my way, to the grave, and then shit. That's kind of the American mentality, right? You work, And a lot of that is because there's so many people here that you're afraid that, you're going to lose your gig. There's a lot of reasons behind it, and that's one of them. But anyway, the reason I bring that up is Tokyo announced that they're going to a 4-day work week to boost birth rate. Yeah, not like for mental sanity, but they're like, we need more population. That's right. It sounds like they want the people in Tokyo to bang. Kind of like how I banged your mother last night. Okay, Connery, God, you take something so innocent, so pure. Well, I don't know if this is really pure. It's kind of jacked up. Do you like, I wonder if they're going to be like, you know what, Johnson? You have not been banging your wife enough. We're going to have to go down to 3 days a week that you work so you can get that banging going on. Kind of like how I banged your mother. Okay, Connor, you said the joke once. You said the joke once. That's, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? That's, in a way, it's kind of cool, but then you got to, in a weird way, but then on the other hand, it's like, you got to wonder if they switch down to 4 days a week, hoping to get people to be, banging each other more and get a higher population. And if it doesn't work or work well enough, are they going to be, what's the next step? Well, I don't get it. They're going to have like break periods. Remember like a couple of years ago when they introduced those masturbation pods in like some offices? Are they going to start doing that in Tokyo or other places where they're like, we need to have more babies. So you get your 30-minute bang break, so you can go bang your significant other. Is that what's going to start happening? I don't know. It's interesting. Kind of don't like it. On one hand, I appreciate it. It's like, oh, encouraging. But then it's just like the reason why they want to do it is a little bit kind of fucked up. Right? If it was just like, guys, we know you all work hard. You deserve another day off. We can figure things out. Maybe you just put in an extra hour or two in every single day, and that'll offset it. And you know what, everybody? You get 3 days off in a row now. Yeah. So you can spend more time with your family and project happiness. No. It's like, you need to be pumping out babies. Jeez, come on, people. I'm sure a lot of people are going to jump on that. You know what I mean. But I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on that. A Rolls Royce driver was arrested for DUI. I'm not a fan of people driving drunk, although I have done it and not proud of myself for doing it. But the reason I bring this up is he also got in trouble for possessing a monkey. This is in California. It's like, not only are you drunk, but you're drunk with a monkey in the car. Is the monkey drunk too? Did I miss that part? Is that buried in the, in the article? No, I didn't see that. It would have been better if it was. It would have been better if the monkey was driving drunk and then he was supposed to be the DD, but he got behind the wheel and the monkey got liquored up. I don't know how many times that's happened to me. Asked the monkey to be my DD, and then next thing you know, he's hammered too. And then next thing you know, we're both calling her an Uber. I just spit everywhere. I'm sorry. You got to watch out for those monkeys. You're trying to drive home. Next thing you know, they're slipping you a Mickey, and then you get busted. Okay. They're mischievous little fuckers. Mischievous. There's a bunch of new laws that are taking effect wherever you're listening to this. It's the new year. There's I'm in Colorado. We got several new laws that I'm going to, educate you guys on real quick if you didn't know. And whatever state you're in, I got a lot of people that listen to me in, say, Texas, California, Arizona, over in the Carolinas, several places like that, even New York. Hey, I'm from New York. Hey, where's my pizza? Sorry. That's my New York accent. I know. Spot on. But here in Colorado, I like this one, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to really take a lot of discipline for a lot of us to get used to this one. It's using your phone with a hands-free system while driving. Um, without, if you're not using it without a hands-free system, you're going to get in trouble. Here's the problem, though. Here's what I don't like. You want this to deter people from breaking the law and being safe. Guess what the fine is? If you get caught using your phone without a hands-free device, you would think it'd be a significant amount of money, so people would stop and be like, "Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh." It's $75. Now, to some of us that's a good chunk of change, but is it a big enough of a chunk of change for you to go, "Ooh, shit, I got to make sure I don't do that"? No. You make that $750, people are going to be, "Shit, I am locking up my cell phone in the freaking glove box." Come on, I get it. I get it. You want to be nice to people and ease them into this, but then that's a little bit hypocritical. You're trying to eh, impose this law so people can be safer and not kill one another. But you're like, it's $75. That's fine. It's a speeding ticket. Look what people do all the time. They speed. That's what that is. That's ridiculous. Now, along with having 2 points deducted from your license, so you do get points deducted. But the more you do this, the more the penalties will increase if you're the individual that is offending it. But don't you agree, if you really are serious about people stopping this and driving, while distracted, if you really want them to stop, if you, in all honesty, $750, $1,000, if you got caught, then I'm definitely putting that fucker down. $75, you'd be like, yeah, I could just not drink coffee for a month, right? Type of thing. That's what it is. It's a little silly. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. But then you read in on it and it's like, okay, I kind of get it. Gun storage within vehicles is getting much stricter. If you have a handgun stored inside an unoccupied vehicle, it must be in locked, hard-sided container that is out of plain view, and the vehicle also must be locked. This includes RVs. When I first saw this, I didn't realize it was an unoccupied vehicle. So if you leave your vehicle, your truck, your car, it's got to be locked up in a hard-sided container, and the vehicle must be locked as well. But if you're in the vehicle, as far as I know, and if you're authorized to carry it, you should be fine, right? That's the way I'm reading that. I know a lot of gun owners out there. When they first heard this, they were like pissed off. But I'm hoping that they read a little bit more into it, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, because like if I don't know. You tell me, does that piss you off or not? Anyone getting paid minimum wage is going to get a raise. The new minimum wage in Colorado is going up to $14.81 per hour. It was $14.42 last year. So it's a decent jump, I guess. It's not like California, but, we've talked about this plenty of times. We don't need to go into it again. But the more, and that's what sucks is like back in the day, like when I started in radio, I want to say minimum, because they started me off at minimum wage when I started in radio. It was like, I want to say like $5.62. Then it just jumped and jumped and jumped. And what sucked is like I got a raise, kept getting raises. And then what sucked was minimum wage kept going up. And next thing I know, I'm like barely above minimum wage. Whereas before I was like, I felt very prideful because I was way past minimum wage. And then all of a sudden, minimum wage caught up to my raises. And that sucks. So I guess if you're just starting out somewhere, I mean, you're going to make some money, but I don't know. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole today. I don't. The eggs you buy in stores are going to have to be all cage-free now here in Colorado. The law also requires Colorado egg producers with more than 3,000 hens to provide a cage-free environment. So if you got less, it's fine. It's fine. Cage-free eggs cost 16 to 18% more to produce, by the way. That's according to the Colorado egg producers. So egg prices are going to go up. I always buy cage-free. That's just, I don't know, it just seems a little bit more ethical. I don't want some lopsided fucking chicken popping out some unborn fetus so I can eat it, and then it's just like, I don't know, tastes like regret. That's what that egg tastes like. I'm fine with the cage-free thing. I think I'm fine with all these things, to be honest, especially the hands-free one, the gun one. I don't know enough about that because I'm not somebody that needs to drive around with a gun in my vehicle. But if I was, like if you're a hunter, that might be an issue. Because then what do you do with like a shotgun and stuff? You got to buy a shotgun case, lock it up. It's probably not that big of a deal, but if you need it quickly, that's where it's going to be a problem. I don't know. You guys tell me. You can hit me up on my social media at DeHuff Podcast, or you can email me, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. I'm not educated in that area. So if you want to educate me on it, please do so. I'm more than happy to accept it, but I'm just being honest with you. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, or if it's just going to be, is it going to be irritating? Is it the end of the world? What's going on with that? Please let me know. You know what we need to do now? Let's jump into some sports.
When it comes to tight ends, going deep in long balls, this guy knows his stuff.
He has followers, and not just on Twitter.
It's Sports with DeHuff.
This is disappointing. You know, we played that audio last week, I want to say it was, with Deion Sanders saying that, you know, you're basically needing to be focused. Seniors, you know, basically he wanted his senior players to keep everybody in line, stay focused on the game, and they're not going out there to compete. They're going out there to win. Right? All this talk. Then it comes out a few days ago that Deion Sanders' son, Shedeur Sanders, allegedly, as of right now, rented out a strip club in the San Antonio area where they were about to play the Alamo Bowl. He rented it out on Christmas night and the following day of December 26th, and basically made it this oasis for the players to go hang out, get their dicks hard, and whatever else they did. According to a source, classic sources, said he, as in Shedeur, made all the employees at the club turn in their phones before entering, and all the teammates who went as well. This irritates me. The Buffs got their ass handed to them in a bowl game that they should have taken seriously. Now, would they have beat BYU if they were all in, all heads, focused? Maybe not. But they really didn't give themselves a chance when they're like hanging out for 2 days in a row prior to the game. They're hanging out, drinking, God knows what else, banging prostitutes, banging strippers. I don't know. I'm just filling in the blanks. But that's not how you stay focused. That's not how you commit to winning. And to be honest, you weren't even competitive. Come on, man. Shedeur, very idiotic. Is that going to affect Shedeur's draft status? I don't think so. I can't imagine. I mean, if there's more things coming out, maybe. But for this, I think this is more of a I'm disappointed in you, Shedeur, type of moment. if I'm a scout, if I'm a GM, it's not gonna make me go, "Ooh, he's losing some points on this one." Do you think the New York Giants are gonna go, "Oh, geez, Shedeur, rented out a strip club for 2 days for his teammates." Oof, oof. We're not looking at that as team building. We're looking at that as irresponsibility as a leader. No, they're not. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. What can he do on the field? And to be honest, like I said, it's disappointing. I don't think it's the end of the world, but it is disappointing when you look at it from his father. His coach is sitting there going, "We need to play not just for ourselves, but for Miss Peggy, this icon in the CU Buff world." And he goes and does that. It's and some people are like, "Oh, he's just team building it." I don't know. No, don't do team building like that week. Do that afterwards. Do that the week prior, not 2 days before the game. That's where it's idiotic, disappointing, bad look. The optics are bad. It's just more negativity being thrown towards the Sanders family. But it's not the end of the world. I'm not. It's such a cliche father thing to say coming from me. I'm just disappointed, man. We put in our heart and soul. Some more people than me. I'm a fair weather fan. You do well, I support you. You do play like shit, I'm going to be honest about it. But here's the thing. There's a lot of people that were really invested in going to that game, watching the game. Think about all the people, those individuals that drove out there, flew out there to watch the game, and then you guys are dicking around, not taking it seriously. The words that your coach and your father are saying are going in one ear, out the other. It just bugs me. It kind of taints it, but not that much. I'm really kind of wishy-washy on it. It's like, come on, man, do better. But he'll end up being a Raider or something like that. I can't even read. What is the NFL draft order as of right now? Obviously we have this this weekend, the final week. Patriots are number one. They're not going to go after a quarterback. I hope the Browns don't. I hope they don't. Then you got the Titans at 3. No. Giants, yes. Jags, no. Panthers, who fucking knows? Jets, they should. Then the Raiders are sitting at number 8. My God, they are number 8 already. Then the Bears, who knows with the Bears? Who knows? Then the Saints, yeah. Oh, man. I can't imagine that he's going to go to anybody other than the Giants or the Raiders. Maybe the Jets. Not everybody's talking about that, but look at Aaron Rodgers the other day walking off the field or asking to be pulled out of the game. Like, Aaron Rodgers is a bad influence. He is a fucking cancer for the New York Jets. They need to part ways with him as soon as possible and just rebuild. He is a pile of shit. And I think a lot of us saw that coming, but I guess going into the season as a Jets fan, you would want to be optimistic, but man, they need to start looking to move past him. Speaking of the NFL, Andy Reid made it official. Patrick Mahomes will sit out the Chiefs' regular season finale against the Denver Broncos here at Mile High. Carson Wentz will get the start for the Kansas City Chiefs. Denver Broncos, I'm going to say this. No excuses. Win and you're in. Don't let it sit on some other teams, multiple teams' shoulders to get into the playoffs. Go in there, throttle them. I don't know how many times I need to say it, but at the end of the day, you're taking on Carson Wentz. He's beatable. Okay, you guys almost beat Patrick Mahomes. Go in there and fucking Rip them limb from limb. No excuses, Broncos. No excuses. Oh, drives me. We'll get into the Bronco preview a little bit more tomorrow, but that with Andy Reid making that official, doesn't that juice you up a little bit, Broncos country? You're like, come on, yeah, we got this. No fucking excuses. How pissed are you going to be if Sean Payton starts shitting away the game by calling bad plays? Come on, man. This is where everybody amps it up. Sean Payton, admit your flaws, learn from them, do better, call a better game. Everybody else, step your games up. Make this your best game of the year. I don't give a shit if it's against Carson Wentz over Patrick Mahomes. Either way, go out there, defense, throttle them. Bo Nix, go out there, have some fun, play some catch, do what you got to do, dominate. Broncos run game, show everybody what you got. Because right now, everybody thinks that the Broncos run game's a joke. Okay? Prove us all wrong. Go out there and kick some ass. Oh, boy. You know what? Something we haven't done in a while? I feel like we need to do this. Just for shits and giggles, right? I like to shit and giggle. Let's jump into some entertainment news with Cowboy DeHuff.
He and his posse of rump rangers gallop across the country to find the latest news on celebrities.
I love your movie. It has got to be one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
It's entertainment news with Cowboy DeHuff.
All right there, fellas. How's it going? Scotty, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How's it going? What do you got going on? How about that? Let's just jump right into it.
I like it. No nonsense. No nonsense. Well, I saw this today, and I was like, you know what? The people need to know. They need to know. Angelina Jolie and her former hubby, Bradley Pitt, who is a very attractive individual, according to our old friend Mike Evans, who said he is a sexy man. Don't need to go down that path. Anyway, they're officially divorced after 7 years of battling. My goodness gracious, 7 years.
Yeah, I gotta admit, for like Joe Schmo, 7 years seems like forever. But for individuals like them, they have so much going on. As far as, they have so many assets. I can understand why it took so long. I'm sorry. How many? What are we talking about with ass sex? I said assets, not ass sex, Connery. I'm sorry. I heard my ears perked up when I heard ass sex. I said assets. Whatever. Anyway, how's your mother? Okay, get the fuck out. What the hell, Connery? My goodness gracious. It's the first show of the new year, and Connery just can't shut his mouth hole. Anyway, it makes sense because they're so both filthy rich, and it's just they got so many moving parts. I guess it makes sense. But finally, that shit's over. So I guess it's good.
Yeah. And also, Brad Pitt is, they both moved on as far as I can tell. Definitely him. He's got a long-term girlfriend, but I don't think they're going to be popping no question. He needs to stay single. So does she. No more marriage, guys. You don't have to be married. Holy shit, that ain't all balls. Come on. Be single. Live the high life.
I agree. There's way too many people out there that think that they need to be married. They need to be in a relationship. No, I'm not one of those individuals. Especially if you've been divorced twice or more. Just stop. It's obviously going to end. Do you think I'm sure it happens. I'm sure it does.
Go on, negative Nancy. Go on.
What I'm saying is, do you think after you've been divorced 3-4 times that the fifth time is going to be the magic one? Probably not. There's going to, because you're just so ingrained on, well, things aren't working, might as well get divorced type of thing. That's ingrained in your brain. So I think it's one of those things where just stop. Just stop. And I'm telling you how to live your life. You want to do it? Sure enough, go ahead. But if you're my friend and you've been married 3 times and then all of a sudden you're like, hey guys, I think I found the right one. We're getting married. Be like, sweet. Congratulations. Good job. Do we have to come to the wedding? Because it's just, oh, so-and-so's getting married again. Great. Can't fucking wait. Kyle's getting married again. Oh, really? Yeah, he's coming over. Jesus. Hey, guys, guess what? I found her. I found my soulmate. Oh, we're getting married.
Shut the fuck up, Kyle.
Right. Nobody gives a shit, Kyle. You're done. You're done. Okay, moving along. You got a little Debbie Downer in that one. Holy motherfucker. Mr. Beast, speaking of getting married, for some reason, the most popular man on the internet and makes a butt ton of money, he decided he's getting married to his longtime girlfriend. I got to say this real quick. If it ain't a game show themed wedding, I'm going to be disappointed. That's right. Great point. Great freaking point. Yeah, if there's not like trap doors or there's not like some, what is that, Squid Game type of thing, or, the last person that, if you can't stay in this house, bathroom, porta potty, whatever it is, for 100 days, we're not getting married. Something like that. If there's not some like gimmick to this marriage in the actual wedding, I'm going to be a little disappointed. Like if he has every guest show up and then the last guest to leave wins $1 million. Like that. Okay. If he doesn't do something like that, I'll be surprised. What he should do, though, is go complete opposite of that and just be, shotgun wedding, go to, Vegas or something like that, or get married in somebody's backyard, pick a fan and get married in their backyard. Something like that. Pretty simple. Somebody goes to Costco, gets some, party trays, stuff like that. That's what he should do, Mr. Beast. Yeah. That'd be cool. But he's going to invite just about everybody. Anybody who's anybody. He's going to open it up to the fans. He's going to do all that shit. It's going to be festive. If he doesn't, it's going to be very shocking. I'm going to look at him. We're going to have a hard look at Mr. Beast and be like, what are you thinking? That's got to be like the first thing that next time he gets interviewed by somebody, if he ends up on Joe Rogan or something, be like, so what's the twist on your marriage? What on your wedding day? What's going to happen? If you can get married by these 2 monkeys, if they can point out the words for the vows, then we get married. If not, you go down into this pit of slime covered in ants. Like, something like that. Something bizarre. Oh, my God. Have you guys made New Year's resolutions? I was thinking about that before I hit record. I'm like, I don't know. We should be doing those, make all New Year's resolutions are goals, and we should honestly be doing that throughout the year, maybe once a month, maybe once a week, and once a day, depending on the level of them. I need to get better at that. I guess if I'm going to do a New Year's resolution is to make better goals for myself on a regular basis. And think about, well, how can I better myself? How can I better the experience with my family, all that stuff, and then obviously work-related stuff. So I don't know. That's something I need to do, dealing with people, be a little bit more aggressive on sales and stuff like that. And, when people try to dick you over, which happens a lot, you'd be surprised. But you probably wouldn't be surprised. You probably wouldn't. But there's a lot of things I think we could all do on a regular basis, setting our goals for ourselves. You don't have to share them with me if you don't want to, but if you do, you can go ahead, hit me up, DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on my socials at DeHuff Podcast. But yeah, I think that's something that I could do better with, is setting personal goals. Obviously, starting with myself, focusing on myself, focusing on my family, focusing on my job, and doing better at, things like that, and continuing when looking at the podcast itself and just making it bigger and better, continuing to move upward, and obviously holding on to that number one comedy podcast slot in the state of Colorado, which is really cool. And I know last year, one thing I did mid-year was I really focused on being consistent with the video product side of things, because so many people listen or view via social media, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I don't really do Instagram. Instagram and me, we don't get along. But I do a lot more with everything else. Like, I have a lot of followers everywhere else other than Instagram. But, TikTok, stuff like that. My wife wants me to do more silly TikTok stuff and just do not podcast related stuff, but just do trendy stuff on TikTok. Ugh, God, it just makes me gross. Makes my skin crawl just thinking about it. Just, ugh. I just feel naughty doing that stuff. I do. Be like, hey, I'll be the guy. I know what a TikTok trend I could do, where I just go into random places and I look like I have a massive erection.
You have a massive erection.
That's the way I would do TikTok, and then I would get banned. I just walk into a room and be like, hey, guys, how's it going?
You have a massive erection.
This is IHOP. You can't do that. But I really like your pancakes. I do. I do. Oh, my God. Next thing you know, I get my fake penis caught in like some, workout facility. Ouch. 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 Anyway, I hope you guys had a great day. Hopefully you laughed a little bit at this episode. And like I said, let's focus on being better. And not like you need me to tell you that, but I think we can all do better. And 2025's here, whether we want it or not. Whether we want it or not. Maybe we'll find out what the drones are. I don't know. Don't know. Hopefully we do. Thanks for supporting the show. Really appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well. Big thanks to Kirkwall Group and, of course, Bet Online. You guys are amazing, and let's continue to move forward. It's the Huff Uncensored. I screwed that up. How about that's my New Year's resolution, is don't fuck up the out cue. It's the Huff Uncensored. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time. Jeez.